Today's video is all about Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Is that what today's video is?
And Buckethead. Hells yes, I'm a Buckethead fan. And I got a copy of his Crime Slunk Scene vinyl here. It's signed by him. This is one of my prized possessions. And the song Soothsayer is on this album. And it's probably one of his most famous songs. It's just fucking epic. You know, he has absolute control over almost every aspect of the sound that he's producing, and it's always amazing to watch and listen to him perform. He's also famously known for wearing a KFC bucket on his head, and that's what I have here in today's unboxing. I got a 1969 vintage KFC bucket. It's the same bucket that Buckethead can be seen wearing in a video where he is also wearing a Michael Jackson mask and dancing to the song Billie Jean. So let's check it out. I think Buckethead just tosses that bucket into the audience. You know, in that classic style that Michael Jackson would remove his hat and kind of his fedora and toss it. In this video, Buckethead does the same thing, but it looks like he tosses the bucket into the audience. As far as I'm aware, it's the only footage where he's wearing he ever wears a 1969 KFC bucket on his head. And I got this bucket from I bought this on eBay, and the listing said unused. 1969 unused bucket. Ooh, with the lid as well. So there's the lid. America loves what the Colonel cooks. Its finger looking good. And it does appear that the bucket is indeed unused. There isn't any staining or any of the sort inside. KFC Corporation here on the side, 1969. I wonder how this, was stored over the years and looked after, to still be in this condition for its age, which is 53 years old. If my math is right, this bucket is 53 years old. And it's because of Buckethead that I've started my own collection of KFC buckets. This is just a welcome addition here to that collection. Not that I've got a big collection here, but I will show you here shortly. But what I've done is probably since COVID started, which was 2020, I began a tradition here in my house where every Halloween I pick up a bucket of KFC chicken, and I save the bucket. So I've got a few buckets here in the man cave. I got a couple here behind me. I am going to show you those here after, because there are slight variations in the design of the bucket. But this is just another cool piece to add here to the collection. I like that it came with a with its lid. To be over 50 years old, god damn, it's in excellent condition. Anyway, I've been collecting buckets every year since 2020. Again, it's like a Halloween supper, so that makes it even more memorable. And you know, who knows? One day these buckets could be worth something. In that this one right here, this one goes for well over $200 right now on eBay. I got this for like less than 100, so that's why I pulled the trigger on this purchase, because I mean I got it for well under $100, so it was a pretty good deal, I think. But who knows? Like the other ones that I have over here that I'm about to show you may be of value as well in 50 years. But what I'd really like to get my hands on is a 1990s KFC bucket. I think Buckethead is more known to have worn a 90s KFC bucket on his head, and therefore 90s KFC buckets are highly sought after among collectors like myself, and you know, they're not easy to find, but every now and then you do find one for sale on eBay, and I mean the asking price is usually quite high. So let me show you some of my buckets. I guess I started collecting these just before 2020. I label each bucket on the inside with the date that I acquired it, and this one right here says October 31st, 2019. So I got this one. This is probably the first one that I hung on to, and I stuck this funeral sticker on it, which is not the same funeral sticker that Buckethead uses, but it is a replica of that sticker. I think I actually got this from AJ Good when I signed up for his Patreon. That's where this funeral sticker came from. So I ended up sticking it on this bucket. So this one here is from 2019. This next one, I still have the lid with it. I actually had the lid for this one as well somewhere. I always hang on to the lids. This one here is from 2020. It's labeled. It's a little bit smaller. And this one here, I actually have two here. I think these are both pretty much the same. But this is from this year. This is 2022. So this one here is slightly smaller. Slightly smaller bucket. But as you can see, in the matter of like from 2019 to 2022, the bucket's design is slightly different in that the red stripes here go all the way down the bucket, whereas as on this bucket here, as of this year, the red stripe stops right here. It doesn't go all the way down. So again, there's just slight variations in the buckets. You know, compare that to the bucket from 1969, and you know the red stripe is even shorter. Colonel Saunders' face on there is more of a portrait of his face, whereas this one over here is not so detailed. And then I have the fucking granddaddy of KFC buckets over here under a glass enclosure. I have a 1954 KFC bucket over here, which I'll show you now. So Buckethead wore a 54 KFC bucket when he attended the NAMM music trade show. He wore a 54 KFC bucket with a yellow Caesar mask and a yellow raincoat. That's what he was sporting for that event. I also keep one of Buckethead's pikes in here with his hand-drawn art on it, as well as his signature. Some custom artwork there. Check out check out his artwork on Instagram. And to her. And this bucket here on eBay sells for well over $400. And by the looks of it, my bucket was used. Looks like there's some staining inside there, but it's still in really good condition for its age. And I keep this one under a enclosure, keep the dust off it and all that fun stuff. Well, anyway, that's today's video. Do yourself a favor and go check out some Buckethead performances here on YouTube and witness the guitar master at work. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, like, comment, and subscribe.